10 by 10 by 9.
Hello, all my beasties. How are we doing today? I don't think anybody is here yet.
Well, we got a couple. We got at least one.
Mine shows 0 watching.
Well, Tom was here a minute ago.
1. Tom maybe. I don't know where Tom is.
Are you in there, Tom?
Tom. My lord of the sarcastic quips.
Yes.
I get some of the best comments from people that watch things on like the replay about his comments that get put on the screen.
There's a reason I put those there.
I know, but they're like, where did you find him? I'm like, I don't know. He found me.
Actually, he's one of my co-streaming minions.
Yeah, I know. Last time I checked, I am. Hi, Tom.
Hey, it's Sod. Hey, how you doing there, man?
Yay, Sod's here. Sod, we have lots to rage about. You're gonna laugh. I love Sod. Oh, so Thomas, by the way, Montegraph thinks he's gonna come after me next. That might be the worst decision that man has ever made, and I thought sleeping with a melon was a bad one.
Oh. A melon.
Yeah. Ask Tom. He's suing Ricada. Hey, watching you. Yeah. He's suing Ricada for defamation. Hey, Nick. How
Nick is back.
How you sue Ricada for whatever? Yeah, I guess he had like some college stream and somebody was like, she was making fun of you. And he was like, when I'm done with the law tubers, I'll go after her. Sir? You have no self-preservation instincts. I know where you live in Colorado.
How much does Ricada bring in per live stream?
It doesn't matter. It's a defamation claim against Ricada.
Okay then. I don't think I'm gonna touch Thomas's last comment with a freaking barge pole.
Right, but no, he assumed Ricada for defamation and tug. He's going after both. But what I love is like, but watching you, that's not the issue. You get 2 sentences into this lawsuit, and it's like, defendant Nicholas Ricada is known for a show based on parody and satire. You literally just threw your own watching you. He doesn't have to prove malice. He flat out said he's known for satire and hyperbole.
Which means your case just went poof. All of it.
That literally, you admit that he doesn't have the element of defamation because he's known for hyperbole and satire. We don't even need to get to the malice.
I'm gonna love the filing for the motion for dismissal.
No, Ricada's not. Ricada was contemplating a motion for dismissal. And I do believe Rackets is not going for a 12v6 motion to dismiss. It's my understanding Rackets is going to go to deposition so he can live stream it. Because there's nothing illegal against live streaming deposition.
No, especially if you're the one being deposed.
Right.
That's your that is your right if you want that in the public eye.
Yeah, Ricada wants to live stream the deposition.
No, it doesn't sound like Monty is the sharpest bowling ball on the Christmas tree.
He also tried to. He also tried to file against Rackets for motion for summary judgment, him in default because he hadn't. Rackets asked for an extension of like 3 days on the 14-day timeline. And then he went and filed or had them file something saying like, we want default, but in the default argument, he admits that he just ignored Ricada's emails and requests for the extension. That doesn't work.
If there was going to be a motion to dismiss, it's like 3 lines long. Plaintiff admits up front.
Plaintiff had sexual relations with a melon. Plaintiff was yeeted off the internet and most platforms for a snuff film involving minors.
Oh. Not good.
And then you're mad that Ricada brought those things up. Like, dude, you can't, it's not defamation when they're facts.
Yeah, the truth is a complete defense.
Yeah, Josh, somebody thinks, yeah, Josh, Montegraff's going after Ricada. Watch Ricada's coverage on it. It's amazing. He and Tug read the entire complaint and bring all the receipts. I died.
Well, you seem to be doing pretty well with the talking thing for someone that's supposed to be dead.
Well, like I fell out of bed. I was laughing so hard when Ricada got started with the picture of the melon with the eyeballs.
Oh, ow.
Hey, Angel. Angel, Rackets is very polarizing. While I do not agree with much of what Rackets says on stream or with how he runs his chat and community, the Rackets that is online is very different from Rackets offline. But if you don't want to watch him to see it, all the clip channels have little clips of, what he was saying. And yeah, I mean, like, to a point, yeah, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I don't mind it. And there's quite a few law tubers that would fit into your description, my lovely Angel. And that's why I have distanced myself from many of them. Because I don't have the energy. I just don't. I don't have the energy to put up with a bunch of people that have law degrees that act like we're toddlers. If I would like to argue with a small child, I will do it at home.
Well, you
Hi, Patty, my love.
That'd be great. That would work too.
Yeah, Angel, there's quite a few, and if viewers knew what some of their favorite law tubers pull behind the scenes, from my time working behind the scenes, it would go up in a ball of flames.
Hello, Patty.
Hi, Patty, my love. Okay, so let's get to some of this stuff. Some of this stuff's sad. Some of this stuff's funny. Some of this is let's watch Loki lose her shit. So,
Loki Aneurysm 4.
Oh no, there's
Fight!
plenty more for that one. So, Crumbley case update. Jury selection was originally slated for today. It is on hold courtesy of the Michigan Supreme Court. Sort of. They have stayed it and returned it to the lower court because there is an argument that they cannot charging the parents with involuntary manslaughter, they don't meet the elements of the crime. So the parents challenged it all the way up to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has remanded it back down to the trial courts. But right now the proceeding is stayed. So it is not going this week. There was a dissent saying that this should be taken up in post-conviction. Like if they're found guilty. If you're saying you can't meet the elements, like why are we charging this now? Take it up in post-conviction matters. Angel sort of liked lawyers because that's where I met Angel. I met Angel on a law channel. But I adore Angel. My corn dog, Pavlov's corn dog Angel. I did meet her on a law channel. But I do adore her. So right now, Crumbley trial is on hold. So you just like me more? Angel, I don't feel loved. Yeah, Angel, I wouldn't. You think Ricada's bad? I wouldn't. Yeah. I mean, if you want to have a soft spot there, go for it. But he's 1,000 times worse than Ricada. And most of the chat here can vouch for it. They've all seen the receipts.
Yeah, he has a tendency to whine.
Not just whine, but some of the awful, awful things he has done. So, we're going to go back. So Crumbley has pled out, which I find interesting. They pled him out and he has said he is testifying against his parent. You pled out the actual shooter. Thomas, that's called a fontanelle. It should have closed by now. But they have come out and said Crumbley intends on testifying against his parents. So, Supreme Court has stated and remanded it. It has been remanded back down to the lower courts. So we will see. All that does give me time to do a little bit a deeper dive to cover. So I'm going to do that because I find it interesting. But we have lots of other interesting things to cover because firearms cannot stay out of the news this week and last week. Like, I don't know what's in the water. I was going to take a poll, but I'm looking at the legitimate, like, 15 tabs I have open, and forget it. We're going in order here at this point. So, we are going to start with where's this one? Which shall we start with? Yep, I like this one. Guys, how do you feel about sexual proclivities? Because we're going to start with the sexual proclivity. Major New Jersey paper calls Second Amendment a curse and claims America has a fetish. That's a mighty bold statement. The editorial board of a major New Jersey newspaper recently claimed the Second Amendment's a curse. The Star Ledger published an editorial on Tuesday titled "The Second Amendment is a Curse," which railed against America's gun rights, claiming they're making it difficult for state lawmakers to enact gun safety measures like gun-free zones. Right, because people that are going to take someone else's life really care if they're in a gun-free zone or if what they're doing is illegal. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, if somebody's absolutely intent on whacking somebody, they don't give a shit. They're already breaking a number of laws to begin with. What's one more?
Right. The police argues that while the Supreme Court and pro-Second Amendment lawsuits make it harder for New Jersey to pass gun control, 300 people are shot every 24 hours in the U.S.
So,
That seems a little off. Editorial began with the board slamming Supreme Court's 2022 decision to strike down a more than century-old state law that restricts the right to carry a concealed handgun in public. The board lamented how the court's decision has made it easier for lawsuits to dismantle any attempt by the New Jersey governor to sharply limit where guns can be carried in New Jersey. The board said, where you have fewer guns and stricter laws, you have fewer gun injuries and deaths, research has shown. Yet while most people are solidly on his side, the law may not withstand legal challenges.
there we go. From the Tom. He has a rebuttal.
Hold on. The piece that invited readers to imagine a society where establishing gun control wasn't hard. It provided the example of Canada and its pro-gun control activist leader, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, as the embodiment of this ideal place. Need I remind you all of the butt gun?
Yeah, yeah, that was a thing.
You're going to say Trudeau is bae, but the butt gun. Okay. Imagine a world where we didn't have to struggle with this. You don't have to look far for inspiration. There it is, just north of our border, where Trudeau's almost reaching the point of banning gun sales. I'm sure Runkle has lots to say. The editorial added they have no Second Amendment, no constitutional right to gun ownership. Guns are treated the same as any other consumer goods the gun can regulate. Meanwhile, the board pointed to America as a place where blood is shed daily thanks to gun rights. Meanwhile, in America, we continue to bleed daily with an average of more than 300 people shot every 24 hours, including 22 children and teens. It then blasted the rationale behind the Second Amendment, stating, the core rationale is that we need guns for self-defense, but what we have is a public policy in which 49,000 people a year are killed by guns and nearly 400 million firearms flood our streets, more than one for every citizen. The board further described this idea of guns for self-defense as a fanatical interpretation of our Second Amendment and claimed the country has a fetish with gun culture. The board then pined for a country in which we could regulate guns as we do cars based on public health approach. It compared America to Canada one last time, stating, now even Canada finds this level of carnage unpalatable, and it's embracing real change in 2023. If only we could summon the will to do the same, but no, it's another broken resolution.
Yeah.
Butt gun.
Yeah. There's only one ever made, and you banned them, and you have banned it from being sold in Canada.
The butt gun. You would like to discuss things being a fetish. So you chose a man who brought out the butt gun?
Okay, Sanji, You're talking about Chirac. That number is actually low. And how many of them actually died? That's the other question.
Yeah,
Because not everybody that gets shot dies.
I'll get to it. I'll get to him. But I just want to know. You really had an entire discussion about a fetish and then used the butt gun as an example. I feel like maybe we could have picked something better.
Okay, there we go.
Yep, Thomas. Yep. I just, I have questions. All the questions.
Speaking of the questions, don't forget to do the YouTube things.
Yes,
The likes,
please.
the comments, the subscribes, please.
Please do the like, do the subscribe, do the share. Let's break our 1,000. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's break the 1,000. Thomas, can I hire you to come up with stuff for like Patty?
I don't think that's actually what. I don't think that's the way that's intended. The way you're taking.
No,
it.
she's going with the Southern. Bless your heart, and I know exactly how that means. Sanjay, I'll fight you for Thomas.
Sanji, I thump you on the. I will bump you on the nose.
I will fight both of you. I will fight both of you for Thomas.
I'll give you. I'll give you shared custody because he was mine first.
And I'll take him from you. Try me.
And we now have a response from the. We now have the response from the. Hold on.
Because I love Belle. Leave my Belle alone.
There you go.
Yeah.
There is his answer.
I love
and then we have Matt.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to know when you were like, hey, I'm going to write this thing and I'm going to idolize a country. Canada, the butt gun fetish. What? Sir. You did not. Okay. That's going to go well. So, hey, Maddie, the insanity is about to just go off the rails.
Okay, I am going to go back to Thomas's rebuttal here real quick.
Yeah, I know, Thomas. I kind of feel like, much like California, we could just, fault lines, push them out to sea. Sod, yeah. Pirate hooks, sure. Okay, so we've been discussing this issue with the 6-year-old. Well, apparently the world has said, Stephanie, Loki, your annoyance with this has taken a new level, right? You know, hold my beer and watch this style. Hold my beer and watch this, guys. In Chicago.
I think that might actually be the Hold the Everclear.
Police are investigating a 3-year-old boy and 23-year-old man being injured. Oh, wait. This is it? Nope, this isn't the right one. Hold on. Sorry, that wasn't the right one. Let me find you the right one. Hold on. Here we go. As TV cameras roll, the police respond to a call about a 4-year-old with a gun. An Indiana man opened the front door of his family apartment and then shut it almost immediately. Outside, a small child was holding a gun. The child had moved his arm to point the firearm towards the man, the witness told police when they responded Saturday. The man closed the door and instructed his parents, who were also inside the apartment, to move away from the entryway. The Beech Grove, Indiana family called the police, leading officers to search the apartment where the 4-year-old lived. And the entire incident was captured on camera during an episode of On Patrol Live. Beech Grove police arrested the child's father on a charge of neglect of a dependent. The episode shows footage of the child waving the gun around and pulling the trigger. Brings fuel to the fire that already heated national conversation about children's access to firearms after the 6-year-old shot his teacher. The child in Beech Grove was released to his mother. What? Sir. What? I need to know. Because a 6-year-old with a gun shooting a teacher wasn't enough. Give it to a 4-year-old. I have questions. There are so many questions I have right now. How? Why? What? Y'all, what are you people doing? You were out here wilding out in the streets. Like, who thought this was a good idea? Who was like, you know what? 6-year-old with a gun? I can do you better. Let me give it to a 4-year-old.
Not even the worst of it.
Why? No. There's not enough face palms for this.
Although Maddie got a good start.
I don't understand.
Yes, Maddie made a good start.
Yeah, he did with all the face palms. Look, I'm a staunch advocate for gun rights. Who the hell gave it to a 4-year-old?
Or left it where the 4-year-old could get hold of it.
E.E. Caroline, yep, and I have one of a 3-year-old shooting their mother too. Don't worry, we've got worse. But a 6-year-old shot their teacher. Okay, so now you gave a 4-year-old a gun?
I'm sorry, I missed who the 4-year-old shot.
Nobody. They tried to shoot the neighbor. They
So
were
they missed.
outside and knocked on the neighbor's door. Were pointing, and the neighbor shut the door and called police. I just,
Mommy and Daddy got some explaining to do.
Daddy got arrested. And child was returned to mom. But what? Oh, for the love of God, people.
There's another one.
So I don't know, but what I do know is that's a lot for a 4-year-old. I don't understand. There's a lot of things I don't understand. But hey. So now, Sanju, we all have questions. So now we are going to move to Nevada for our guns in the news of the week. Nevada thought they were doing a good job. People have arguments. People have feelings. They now have a gun detecting dog employed at the school district because of the first grader that shot his teacher.
Yeah, let's kill that. That needs to die.
What?
Oh, the little video over there in the corner.
Yeah. Washington County school district students will start seeing new additions. A gun detecting dog. The urgent need for new safety measures was magnified last week when a first grader in Newport News shot his teacher. Wounded teachers in stable conditions. Funding to cover the gun detecting canine came from a grant. Other changes in the next 2 years include body cameras and radio upgrades, more cameras at elementary schools, and upgrading emergency communication infrastructure. The district reported 16 incidents involving a gun on school grounds during the last school year. According to public records obtained by the newspaper, 10 were found at middle schools. The rest were evenly split between high schools and elementary schools. We've had more active assailant events in this valley per capita than other places. Data on guns found on campus was not evaded. Whatever, they have only had 2 documented shootings. In 2013, a student shot and killed a teacher and wounded classmates, and then turned the gun on himself. So your answer to all of this is, hey, intellectual, is a dog. Patty, yes. Your answer is a dog. When you have one of the highest per capita gun on campus issues. That's your answer. That Croco. Caroline. No. They don't just hit on solvents and nitrates. Patty, remember when we talked about my former partner and the gentleman who killed my former partner, and the fact that he had a history of shooting a police canine? The original one was had alerted the canine he shot. He shot because the canine alerted to his to the weapon. Thomas, the last set of canines I worked with had some interesting names. Trying to think of the one set's names. Ruger Wesson. Oh, don't get me started on names. Oh my god. What was it?
I like that one better.
Deagle. I mean, in theory, talk amongst yourselves or talk to Squirrel for 1 second. I need to look one thing up.
Let's see. A partner named Smith, if you name the dog Wesson. Yeah, maybe not. Right. And yes, I agree, Patty. Thomas is not wrong there. What else could we act? What? Let's have some other possible names. This could be fun. We could name it Barrett. That would be hilarious, I think.
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, there you go. There you go, Thomas. Fur face to air missile. Yep. +1 furry torpedo.
Yeah. There have been a lot of just debates about fur missiles lately for some reason that I don't necessarily agree with the fur missile thing. Where is it though?
I don't know. We've got we've got a Boston torpedo here.
Oh, that's what it was. So Flip, one of my former partners, his current canine is Rico, but his last one was named Tango. So
I think it would be better than I think that would might be better with I think we might do better with I don't know, Hotel Alpha, which is what you're supposed to do when you see one of those, or what you should.
No. No. Tango was Tango was from some old TV show.
Yeah, Tango and Cash.
Yeah, they had Cash was the other canine at the same time. So that's what the two dogs were named.
Canine also helped out the doctor quite often.
Yeah, Cash and Tango, they were the two dogs that the one department had. And Tango was replaced with Rico, which is great because Rico indictments. Sorry. Although I will say my only issue was the fact that that its handler used to think it was hysterical to stick the dog in the back of like the ambulance and open the back doors and get attacked by the dog, who for some reason was obsessed with me and would like jump on me.
Because you're fun people.
I'm not an animal people. I like hedgehogs. No, he's not. No, those puppies are sweeties.
Most of them.
Yeah, I mean, the one department here has Zeus, Atlas, Ares. They name all of theirs after mythology. But
those are all Greeky critters.
Yeah. Yep, Tango and Cash. Could never remember the names. Okay, so let's go to the next level of stupid because 6-year-olds with guns, 4-year-olds with guns. Right? Like, let's just keep going. Why not? Dallas teenager shoots 11-year-old bystander during a fight.
Yikes. And that's
what
Casper
are y'all doing?
This would be Casper.
A 14-year-old girl faces a murder charge after allegedly shooting an 11-year-old boy on Sunday. They report the shooting occurred Sunday afternoon just after 2 p.m. at an apartment complex. Dallas police conducted a preliminary investigation, found the 2 teenage girls were fighting, and one of them got a gun. Why was that the first thing you were going to do? Okay. When she came back, she fired a shot at the girl she was in a fight with, but the bullet struck an 11-year-old boy who was a bystander. The boy was taken to the hospital where he passed away. The girl who shot the gun for the scene was caught a bit later. It was unclear where she obtained the gun. Why? This is not that hard. Lock your weapons up. Not hard. I don't find this a hard concept. Apparently, we now have a 4-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 6-year-old. What are y'all doing?
We're saying hello to Raz. He just turned up.
I mean, this is my issue, okay? So this is a little bit of an older one. This is from this summer, right? From this summer.
I love this thing from Pat. I love this thing.
Hold on. A 4-year-old tried to shoot police at a McDonald's drive-thru.
That's a girl.
What are y'all doing? What is wrong with you people? Like, I have questions. Back in March of 2022, a 3-year-old shot and killed their mother. What are you people doing? And then we have some intellectual. They do. It's almost always it's child abuse and stuff. That there are charges that the parents face, and the parents do pay for it. But unfortunately, that doesn't bring anybody back. So, I have questions. Hold on. So then here we go with the good old governor of Illinois.
Oh, jeez.
The governor slams the sheriff who is vowing to defy the gun ban. The Democratic governor, I can't say the name, slammed the more than 6 dozen sheriff's offices that publicly vowed to defy gun control law that bans semi-automatic rifles and other weapons. This is political grandstanding at its worst. The assault weapons ban is a law of Illinois. No, it's not. Go away. The General Assembly passed the bill and the governor signed it. A law to protect children in schools, worshipers at church, and families at parade from the fear of sudden mass murder. The Illinois Senate passed its version last Monday, which banned so-called assault weapons and high-capacity magazines from being manufactured or sold in the state. They signed the bill into law last Tuesday, and here's where I lose it. I'm going to lose it. Prohibiting the manufacture and sale of semi-automatic rifles and pistols, 50 caliber guns, and attachments that increased a gun's fire rate. At least 74 sheriff's offices have publicly posted statements saying we're not doing it. It's unconstitutional.
Because it is. Because that pretty much eliminates everything that exists that could be a firearm.
We're just not. Second Amendment advocates are, rallying lawsuits. Please come take that from me.
I dare you.
You want to? You want you excuse me, what? Hey Becky. I'm doing okay for the most part. Not puking at this exact second, so that's always good. You're going to ban my deagle. Please come take it from me.
I think
you are going to ban my rifles. Would you like to come get them? I'd like to come get it. I'm waiting. Nah. Because what we're not going to do is touch Loki's guns. Nay.
No, they'll just institute.
Karako, you muted yourself.
Yeah, they'll just institute a $10 buyback program. Every gun you have is worth $10, and now you're going to give them to us. This is not voluntary.
Well, the last is the trigger pull easy enough for a toddler? On which one, Sod? Which one? You want to go with like your $10 buyback. I mean, my rifle stock, okay? So if I were to buy it stock without any of my optics or anything I have, $12,867 for the stock model. My suppressor, 20, well, right about $3,000. Where's my bore? I have to actually look for my bore.
Best guess, I would estimate about 10K. And I agree with intellectual iconoclasm. They'd have to halo onto your roof and have to have half a chance of making it past the boomba. See you later, Sod. Enjoy what's left of your day.
My bore is about $2,000.
Oh, okay. My bad. So you're still talking about $20,000 worth of rifle just with those things.
That doesn't include my Leupold optic scope.
And those aren't cheap either.
Becky, I know the feeling. That was me yesterday. Becky, message me on Instagram. We can commiserate and we can commiserate and chat during our lovely infusions. And, you know, you have all my love, Becky, and anything I can do, you know. Yeah, Becky, just message me. I will support you 1,000% of the way. Yeah, the reason I had to push last night to today was they upped my dose, and I spent most of last night laying on a cold tile floor. So yeah, I mean, unless you're going to buy back a $25,000 firearm, yeah, Becky, just message me, sweetheart. You don't have Instagram. Are you on Twitter or you know what? Hold on.
There's always e-snail.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And I probably not.
There you go. There you go, Becky. You can just email me. Yeah, Patty, I'm good. They just upped the dose and it was just miserable last night. I was like, can we not do this? Whatever. I don't even know what my Macmillan goes for anymore. You?
I don't.
Let me see what my Macmillan goes for these days. I've had it so long I haven't had to buy. It's not like you really have to buy it often. It's not really something like you're replacing. Kind of thing. And I don't really have to replace them. Where's the pricing on it? Let's see. Macmillan have it on their website these days. Ooh, it's in stock. So my Macmillan's a little bit cheaper. It runs about 11,000. But have I talked about the case? So Becky, I did talk about the Crumbley case. So what has happened is the Crumbley case. I'll give a really quick recap. They have already pled Ethan out. They have not sentenced him, but they have pled him out, and they have said they are calling him as a witness against his parents. The other thing is, it was supposed to go today for jury selection. They appealed it to the State Supreme Court of Minnesota, saying they can't meet the elements of, so they're being charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter. The defense is saying you cannot prove the elements of the crime. The 5 that were in agreement with remanding it to the lower court to have it relooked at were like, remand it. The one dissenting opinion said this is really an issue for post-conviction appeals. If they're found guilty because the state couldn't prove all the elements of the crime, then go ahead and appeal it. But the other justices were like, yeah, let's just appeal it now. So it has been remanded to the lower court for reevaluation of the charges, which has currently stayed the proceeding. So there's no jury selection today. So as soon as jury selection goes, we are gavel to gavel covering it, because it's incredibly important to me, because it's going to be a landmark case, and the first case where the parents of a school shooter are being held responsible. I know LawTube has covered this, and I don't know, Becky, if you're a regular to my channel, you will have to forgive me. I can't always remember. Chemo fog, I don't always remember. I gavel to gavel it. But you know, I have worked a school shooting and a school stabbing as emergency personnel. So I have a different view on it than the lawyers. Becky, no sitting in the bushes. Come talk and come play. We are fun here in the Lair. We are a layer of love and support. The Lair members, my beasties, will love you and support you. You will get messages checking in on you about your chemo from all the beasties. We love our Lair members. So it's currently remanded as soon as it goes to trial. I have my own theory. Anybody that watched my losing my shit over that one shooting in New Mexico knows there were things that I was picking out that how many of the lawyers didn't notice. Like, let's not stuff casing into a plastic hole. That just damages it. We love learning too, Becky, and that's why you have to come talk. Ask all the questions. We're here to learn. That's why I say we don't shame anybody for learning. Everybody started somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. So questions, there are no but they certain people that I'm willing to answer. But you know, I picked a lot apart about that crime scene that a lot of the legal commentators missed, like casings that were under Rubbermaid totes that were flush on the ground. So a lot of these cases are very interesting to me from a different aspect. So I like to break them down differently. So we are going to gavel it, especially since it's going to be a Hallmark precedent-setting case. Right now, it has been remanded. As soon as it goes, and as soon as we have a date, we're going. Intellectual. They were not charged as co-conspirators because you can't prove a conspiracy. They were charged involuntary manslaughter because they arguably purchased the firearm for the child and left it someplace the child had access to.
See, that's not good on any level. Why would you buy the weapon for why would you buy a weapon for a 6-year-old?
16.
Oh, right.
Crumbley's 16. That's why they're not in the Crumbley case. That's why they weren't charged as a co-conspirator. We still don't know how the 6-year-old obtained the mother's firearm. That has not been released yet. I have checked in my circles of law enforcement, and that has not come out yet. So,
okay, here we go. Caroline's got something else for us.
I love E.E. Caroline. Caroline's the best.
She's actually starting to compete with Thomas.
Yeah, she is. When we do Crumbley, I also have a forensic psychologist who is a friend of mine who specializes in children, who is going to come on and talk. I'm bringing a forensic psychologist to the party.
Ooh.
So Sabrina will be here for some of it.
Yay.
So we're going to cover that. Now, I do have a question, guys. Has anybody been following the Maya Miliete thing in California?
Not I. Didn't even know about it.
Any of the ones that are here with the Maya Miliete? Preliminary hearing for Maya Miliete is going on right now for the husband. Maya Miliete was one who was in the middle of filing for divorce. She supposedly went out to go do something, left her vehicle. Okay, so the short version is Miliete had kids. She and the husband were supposedly living at home, but separately. She went out to get things. They had a family vacation coming up, her daughter's birthday, and she disappeared. As soon as she disappeared, the husband started keeping the kids away from her family. Miliete's family has been relentless with searches. The husband has not participated in a single one. He also got nailed doing computer searches for psychics that could curse her. To curse his wife to get hurt so she would break her legs and be dependent on him for care. Like, it's weird. It is in preliminary hearing right now. What do you guys think about later tonight? We're like 4 days into preliminary hearing. What do you guys think about me editing down some of the extraneous silliness? And Becky, let me look at that one.
Oh, so okay. Now Caroline and Thomas are playing off one another.
They're good. They can. We love them.
I don't know about that one either. I don't know who
Brian Walsh. Yeah, Brian Walsh was arrested, Becky. I'll come back to that in a second. Miliete's at prior hearing. There were some competency issues. What do you guys think about me editing down some of the stuff? We will run and catch up on some of the Miliete stuff, and then we will cover some more Miliete contemporaneously. But I will cut the first few days down, and like tonight we can start running it for the next few days. Brian Walsh was arrested for the murder of his wife, Anna. And she had gone missing. She's Romanian. She had gone missing. She'd appealed to her mother. Becky, I will cover the Brian Walsh hearings as they come up. You want the Maya Miliete? Okay.
Yeah, that could be of some serious interest.
Yeah. So I will,
especially the guys trying to consult psychics.
yeah. So Krakow, I will look at it after we get off of this stream. I'll text you later or I'll call you later tonight, and we'll post a time, guys. Look for later tonight. We're gonna do day 1 of Maya Miliete, or part 1. We're gonna cover some. I'm gonna have to condense the Miliete thing for us to be able to catch up to the preliminary, but we'll do it. And we'll catch up to it. And when the Anna Walsh thing goes up, or there's any hearings for Anna Walsh, I will gladly stream them, and we'll look at them. But as soon as Crumbley has a date, we're on board gavel to gavel, guys. So, is there anything else? I have some edited stuff I do need to put up. But is there anything else, guys, you specifically want covered? I can also tell you I have a meeting this week for my lovelies that are not quite ready to have a firearm for their own self-defense. I have a meeting tonight with Mr. Carson. We have a Krav Maga expert that is going to hold a class for everybody on self-defense and how to disarm somebody, or what to do if you're being threatened. So we have a Krav Maga expert, Mr. Carson. The lovely Pootie is my former partner on the SWAT team. He is also a former professional football player. So.
Nope.
We have our hand-to-hand combat and self-defense gentleman. The lovely Pootie will be here. We're going to run a video, and then so it'll be up and up for replay with lighting, and we're going to show people how to disarm somebody that's got a weapon and what your best way to mitigate certain circumstances and how to de-escalate situations better. Although Pootie will tell you I'm the last person that's allowed to de-escalate anything. Because I'm mean. Whatever.
Not everybody has those, Patty. About half the population doesn't. Or
I would like to argue with you that is not true. If you look at the picture of this Brian, hold on. We need to, no, hold on. Krakow, you're opening this door.
Okay. I'll kick it open. Why? The door of great openness?
Oh, I can't. I mean, that's too mean to pull up.
Not that one, huh?
I will tell you, last time I checked, uncivil law needs a sports bra, so don't tell me people can't go flashing things because half the population don't have them. Because quite a few people I can come up with need a sports bra.
Yeah, nobody wants to see this.
Okay, like I said. Will I be teaching the how to escalate addendum? I can intellectual, but everybody knows that in general, my version of how to escalate is bring it on. Or me making fun of somebody's moobs and offering them a sports bra. So, I mean, these things happen. So I will cut down some of the Miliete thing. We'll run some Maya Miliete later tonight. We have a bunch of good stuff coming up. when Crumbley makes it to trial after it's been remanded, we are going to bring that one up. We have our self-defense coming up. We're going to run Anna Walsh. Is there anything else all of my beasties and my loves want? I am here for you. Tell me what you want, guys. Oh yeah, I need to discuss parent casings in different calibers and explaining it.
We do not know about that yet. But we will get it worked out.
What?
Becky wants to know what time tonight.
Let's post it for 9 o'clock.
Okay. I will get on that here in a bit.
9 o'clock, we're going to start breaking down Miliete. Well, I'll start it at 9. I don't know how much we'll get through it, but we'll do some at 9. Oh yes. This one I'd like to. We need to cover this right now. Just because, guys, I have questions. You want a shirt on? No, Patty, but I do have merch coming up, and I did talk to our lovely. As soon as the epoxy cures, we have the awesome tumblers. I got to see a sneak preview. Ooh. They are amazing. You guys are going to lose your shit when you see the Loki tumblers. But guys, we're going to go with something fun to laugh about, like, because I just have questions. Like, I just want to know. There's things I just want to know. What are you doing?
84 millimeters.
TSA finds an 84 millimeter caliber weapon in checked luggage at the airport. Sir? I have questions.
The bore on that is more than 3 inches across. 3.5.
Hold on, let me do this right.
Ish.
Hold on, wait. Intellectual, let me get you in 1 second. Let me do this article and then I will address that, okay? But the TSA officers at an airport in Texas found an undeclared 84 millimeter caliber weapon in checked luggage. We don't see that caliber of weapon very often, thank God, said TSA. The owner was located, identified, and escorted. They said it was a demilitarized 84 millimeter Carl Gustav M4 recoilless rifle that they were taking to SHOT Show in Las Vegas. Sir! I don't care if you're going to SHOT Show in Vegas. What? Sir. They confirmed it wasn't able to be used, but they said it's not allowed on an aircraft. Yeah, that's why you ship things like that.
Well, you can't exactly send it through the mail.
Yes, you can. You can ship firearms via FedEx and UPS with a signature. How do you think firearms are shipped from? I ship firearms all the time because I gunsmith it. I have my FFL.
No, I'm talking about USPS. They don't like taking firearms.
No, but I'm just saying, go fucking FedEx it. Don't. What? You didn't think there would be a problem. You didn't think TS was going to be like, hey, guys. Guys, no one's gonna notice.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't think somebody would notice something like that.
I have to find the article. There's actually a US, yeah. You know, I have to find it. There's an article that somebody like there've been a couple. It wasn't Herrera.
Unfortunately.
Although intellectual, I don't know if you were on. I don't know if you saw my stream with Pew Pew Jew, but he is actually friends with Herrera, and has put me into contact with him. So I have to see what I can do after the craziness around SHOT Show dies down. Intellectual, where was your question? Hold on. It wasn't Herrera. It was an idiot. Herrera is smarter than that and his people. How do we convince you to run a situational awareness and combat preparedness series for women? Intellectual. What do you want your wife to get from it? Is my question. Before I can answer, like, is it? I get asked questions like this a lot. And I know I'm still a tiny creator, haven't hit my 1,000 yet, but yeah, guys, like, share, make people join so I can hit my 1,000. I want to hit my 1,000 people. I just want to be able to say I hit 1,000 so my kid thinks it's cool. I don't care about the monetization really as much. The monetization just makes it easier for me to buy more fun stuff to show on the channel. I have had several questions from people about what would it take for me to run a situational course? What would it take for me to run a course on how to concealed carry? What would it take for me to run my women's self-defense class? If it is something that can be done online, just reach out to me and you know, I can figure out some of it. If we wanted, several people have reached out to me. Okay, hold on, intellectual. I'm going to pull this up while I finish talking, and then I will answer this question. To those that have reached out to me about speaking engagements, like for groups, all it takes is you emailing me and put it in the subject title. I generally, if I am just speaking, I have a very low general fee, especially if it's via tech. If you have enough people, I know one of my viewers this summer, I am going to a state that shall remain unnamed, to teach women's self-defense and women's introductory firearms class. They got like 15 of their friends together to cover the cost. So I have no problem teaching things, making appearances either via YouTube, either via Zoom, StreamYards, whatever, or in person. So you just need to reach out to me. You want the women's perspective on threat awareness and response from an operator, centric to what a woman who's comfortable in many social. Okay. Let me think about it, intellectual, and I will get back to you. I can very much do it. Just send me an email so I don't forget or leave it as a comment under this stream So I remember because I have a whole bunch of things going on right now at the beginning of the year. But yes, I have no problems traveling and teaching. I do it all the time. If I am traveling in general, like the last time I was in Texas speaking at a conference, I will generally tell people ahead of time, and either A, we can all meet up for a drink, just to say hi, like with a casual meetup, or I know last time I was in Houston, a group of people were able to get things together, and I held a class. Yeah, intellectual, and she's send me an email and let me know. And like I said, I don't know where you're located. I I can
Might
do
be
things
the
virtually.
UK.
He's what?
You might be in the UK. His word choice.
Oh, we'll see. Um, but if I'm traveling for work and stuff, I can generally find, even when I'm traveling for work, a few hours here and there. And I do travel frequently and teach all across the US. I not only teach Colorado. Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. I not only teach, firearm stuff. I'm an OSHA instructor, so I'm out teaching OSHA classes too a lot of the time. Um, but yeah, just let me know and we will do it. And I am here for all of my beasties and all of my loves. So Croco is going to post our Miliette catch up part 1 for 9 tonight. I'm gonna go make myself some hot tea and take a nap, so I am ready for tonight. And I will catch all of you, my loves, tonight, and we'll do the beginning of the Maya Miliete coverage. And I will see you then. Love to all my beasties. I will catch you then. Bye, guys.